today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket.
Right away, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second and a long way to go. Wilson, he'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's the Jets punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they'll be set up with great field position, as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Johnson, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. Out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in Week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start Week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. They go with Watt again, the fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Gives to the first man through, Watt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. There's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Fights loose, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. To throw is Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll throw here, hold in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a give to Etienne. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jets have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
A give to ETN running right.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point, working with a 2nd and 3. A give running right, ETN.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The gun. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Former #1 overall pick Joe Burrow with a touchdown pass. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Giants trying to start the season right and is looking good so far at home. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through?
see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Throwing is Wilson.
He'll get this off to Etienne.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Etienne
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The defense does. They recover it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the scoring opportunity turned away. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. On the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll roll him out right. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Wilson now off the bootleg. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open just a little. route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the counter, ETN. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff for ETN. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up sharp at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw again. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Henry.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That all the way in. Touchdown, with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets have once again taken the lead.
Koo now for the point after.
And the lead is up to 5. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to speed things up here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll buy some time right. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll get that underneath ETN.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Rolling to his left. Now there's that man again. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing now is Wilson.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. going for it. Here's Etienne. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Now Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeout.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Steps away. For the left side, it's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.